I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden.
Having recorded over 80 hits and regarded as one of the greatest living queens of country, music sensation Lynn Anderson performs live at the Renfrew Wing on Friday, November 21st.
Wish that I was on a rocky top down in the Tennessee hills.
Get your tickets at the Renfrew Wing, here at Valley Heritage Radio, Pembroke Mosio Grocers, Pakenham Shield Furniture, or online at ticketweb.ca. Limited seating is available, so buy today. The legendary Lynn Anderson, live at the Wing on November 21st. This is going to be good. Presented by Green Tomato Productions.
It's going to be fantastic, and what is just wonderful now, it's a real thrill to work here and have a chance to introduce a lady who is one of the true greats of music, and not just country music. Lynn Anderson, she is speaking to us in just a moment from Nashville. She was included in her list of successes, and there are many. Lynn was on the Lawrence Welk TV show. She was the only country performer on that time on national television in the United States, our neighbors to the south. A career over 4 decades. She's had 11 number 1 singles, 18 top 10, 50 top 40 hits, 17 gold albums, vocalist of the year several times, and for the 1970 to 1980 decade, she was awarded Record World's Artist of the Decade and Billboard's Artist of the Decade. Grammy Award winner, multi-million record seller, and she's speaking to us from her home in Nashville this afternoon. A very good afternoon and welcome to the airwaves of the Otto Valley, Lynn Anderson.
Wow, that sounds impressive.
It is. It's very impressive. How are you today, Lynn?
I'm good, thank you. After that introduction, I mean, how could I not be swelled up with pride?
Well, we're delighted that you're coming to the Ottawa Valley, and Brian Abdullah and Green Tomato Productions working very hard, and ticket sales are going great. And have you ever been to this part of Canada before?
You know what? I believe that I was there with Bob Hope. Do you remember Bob Hope?
Oh yes, yes.
I did a concert tour with him in Canada, and I believe I was there, oh golly, it's been several years ago, but what a wonderful guy to have lead me into your part of the territory.
Well, he was always on the big Royal Command performances back in Britain when I grew over there as well. Now, you started singing, you entered a singing contest, is that right?
Absolutely. When I was like a kid, my mom and dad were songwriters. They wrote for Merle Haggard.
Yeah.
My mother wrote Merle Haggard's first hit song called Strangers. From now on, all my friends are gonna be strangers. And that's what he named his band, The Strangers.
I see.
And then he wrote his first number 1 record called The Fugitive.
Oh, we know that one up here very well. Yeah.
There you go. So I was raised with country music in my house all the time.
Yes, yes. And did you start playing a guitar fairly young?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you play the guitar as a youngster?
You know what? Not very well. My fingernails are too long.
Oh, I see. Oh, well.
I always surrounded myself with musicians who played much better than me.
I see.
So,
I see.
You know, my band is wonderful. They've been on the road with the likes of Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings and all those guys. And they played music much better than me. All I do is concentrate on trying to hit the high notes.
Well, you've hit the high notes throughout your career, Lynn. And so can you tell us a bit about the band? What musical instruments you'll have accompany? Because you are bringing your own band with you from Nashville. That's wonderful.
Oh, absolutely. Buddy Skipper used to run the Kirk and Chase band, and Fred Newell was a part of Waylon Jennings' band. My guys are wonderful musicians. They're stars in their own right. So,
well, that's
my steel guitar player is Robin Ruddy, and when she's not working with me, she works with Rod Stewart.
Oh my goodness! Well, so multi-talented then. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. So, when you come to Canada, what are you looking forward to the most? We're in a beautiful part of Eastern Ontario and West Quebec, and we are a real hotbed of country musicians. What are you looking forward to the most on your trip?
You know what? I love the outdoors part of Canada. The last time I was there, we were driving down the road, and there was a moose on the side of the road. So we had to stop the car so I could take a picture of the moose.
Right. Well, I think they knew you were coming back, so they've had him moved now for November, okay? But, yeah, we're in a very agricultural area, and I note from your information that you are an extremely accomplished and enthusiastic horsewoman.
Oh, absolutely. I've been a cowgirl all my life.
Well, that's great. That's great. And I understand as well that similar to something that we have here, not very far from the station, the Renfrew Therapeutic Riding Centre, that is a good cause and something that you've been involved with for 3 decades now.
Absolutely. I started a program here in Nashville called the Special Riders. It's now called Saddle Up, and we take kids that might not be able to walk on their own, but we introduce them to a horse, and that horse can take them on legs that they've only imagined, and they can ride away. It's a wonderful sight to see. It's a great empowerment thing. It makes those kids feel strong and feel powerful. It's a great thing to see the smile on their face.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure. Yes. Well, we've got a lot of equestrian interests here in the Otter Valley. We've got a cowgirl who actually works here as a volunteer on a Monday night, Sheila Overton. She does the Extreme Cowboy Contest. She's just started up. But that's for another day. However,
what's her name?
Sheila Overton.
Sheila.
Yeah, we call her. We call her.
While I'm there.
I'm sure she'll be there. We call her Tequila Sheila. And she and her husband, Keith, have a beautiful, beautiful spot not far from here, and they have the extreme horse riding. Oh, she'd love to chat with you and maybe show it to you. She'd be delighted.
There you go, Tequila Sheila.
Tequila Sheila, you asked for her, and she'll welcome you with open arms, and her husband, Keith, are wonderful people. But before we get back to the music, you did kind of brush off your success with the horses, but you're a champion horsewoman. You've won 16 national championships in the United States. You've won 8 world championships, and
yeah, I've been.
Now, what do you do? What is your
England and France and Australia riding my horses, and I've done very well. I've bred some wonderful national champions. And some of them have been made into plastic toys that you can buy at the airport and stuff like that.
Well, that's great. Now, what type of horses do you have,
very
please?
Proud of it.
Sorry to interrupt. What sort of horses do you breed and ride?
Quarter horses.
Right. Real cowboy horses, then.
Quarter horses?
Oh, yes, we got. Yeah, so that's the real cowboy horse.
Absolutely. My horses are the ones that chase cows.
Right.
They're called petting horses.
I see. Yeah.
So we go and aim them at a cow, and then you're supposed to drop your hand and not give them any more instruction, and they're supposed to take it themselves. So my horses are so smart that they don't need me.
Well, a lot of us men up here are the same as that. But we wouldn't. But we need the guidance. Now back to the concert, which is in the wing on Friday, November the 21st. you will be doing lots of the old favorites, I take it, that, well, not that old, but songs that our listeners have been listening to you for years.
Well, you know what? I enjoy getting the audience involved in my shows. I will drag somebody up out of the audience and make them be a part of it and try to make everybody laugh and have a good time. And that's part of what I do.
Well, that's real entertainment then, and you're coming to a great place for that, because our Valley people, they just love the musicians, because you classic country artists who come here, you've all grown up with this type of music, surrounded by this type of music, and you're a very special group a very close-knit group of musicians as well, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, we have got just one little thing before we close. We're very excited to see you. We know you're going to have a wonderful welcome in the Ottawa Valley, and we're going to leave the interview with you singing Rose Garden. And a couple of people have pointed this out, but I was already actually aware of it. Do you happen to know what you were quite busy doing 44 years ago today, the 10th of September? Come on, think now. I think it was a Tuesday.
See.
I think it was a Tuesday.
I was probably very pregnant with my first child. I'm just having a good time making country music and just entertaining. I love it.
You're great at it, but on this day 44 years ago, September the 10th, 1970, you were in recording studios recording Rose Garden.
Oh, my.
That's enough to make you fall off your horse.
How did you know that?
We've got our sources, and we have a look at this day in music history every day, but several people have pointed this out, that today is the 44th anniversary of re-recording that song.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Thank you.
That's a good thing you did it, isn't it?
No, it's made my day. Thank you so much.
Well, it was popular over in Britain. I can remember hearing that. At the time, I didn't realize it was a country song, because we didn't have much of it over there then. But all your other hits and all, it's a delight to talk to you, Lynn, and thanks so much for taking the time from your schedule there in Nashville. And we look forward to meeting you on November the 21st. Show starts at 8.
Thank
Doors
you
open
so
before
much.
that.
It's been a wonderful, joyous experience to talk to you. Thank you.
Well, thank you, ma'am. You have a good day, and yes, bring some warm clothes. You might need them. We probably have a little bit of frost by November. And God bless, and thanks for taking the call this afternoon, Lynn. It's been an absolute honor for our listeners to be listening to this afternoon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. Thank you very much. Lynn Anderson in Nashville.
I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden.
Having recorded over 80 hits and regarded as one of the greatest living queens of country, music sensation Lynn Anderson performs live at the Renfrew Wing on Friday, November 21st.
Wish that I was on a rocky top down in the Tennessee hills.
Get your tickets at the Renfrew Wing, here at Valley Heritage Radio, Pembroke Mosio Grocers, Pakenham Shield Furniture, or online at ticketweb.ca. Limited seating is available, so buy today. The legendary Lynn Anderson, live at the Wing on November 21st. This is going to be good. Presented by Green